Hey everybody, we're going to now take a look at editing pages on the School World Teacher website. And the basic idea of editing pages, or the simple idea of editing pages, is similar for all of the parts of the School World Teacher page. So for instance, it's similar for site content, for applications, and any other bars you put there. Advanced is a little bit different, which we'll get into in another training video. And management is completely separate. But we're really going to stick with site content and applications today. And if you were going to edit any of these, what it would look like. So let's look at editing a basic page. I call a basic page would be these three right here. Edit main page, add a sub page, and you can see these are the same. So your home page is always on, so that's where we're going to start. And we'll look at that, and basically managing resources and news is the same way. So we'll click on home page here, and we'll hit edit main page. What comes up is this basic interface here, and you can see you still have access to your things, so you don't have to go back to site content and check resources and news. Right now we're on home page, so if I were to click on that again, you'll see it'll get really big and allow me to edit the home page like this. Okay. But we click on home page from site content and brings us here. Along the top, we have view page. So if you wanted to see it live, what it looked like, you have any sub pages that you'd be able to see. And if you really like this page and you wanted to copy it, you would do that. These are buttons that are there, but like I said, they're just another way to do things that you can do back from the home page. The page info, as you scroll down across the tabs here, this is the information that your site visitors will see when they come to your site. Every time when they come to your site, this is the initial image that will pop up basically in their face. There's a spot to add pictures on the site that we'll look at. There's a spot to add files to that page if you'd like. And there's a spot at the bottom where you could add links to that page if you'd like. So we'll start with the page info. Navigation title, you call it a home page. You might want to call it something else. If you change that, it's going to change it over on the side. Page title usually can be up there. I leave it as home page. You can have a subtitle, and you can control the size of the page title and what color. I'd stay away from the numbers because when you change the colors, you'll see the numbers will change. They have each of the colors numbered. Okay, so you'd have to pick those right there. Content history here, if you hit content history, it'll show you the things that you've done. Since this is a sample page for me, there's no history available yet. And then in here, it very much looks like a Google Doc or a Microsoft Word type thing. It does, the basic buttons are the same. What kind of headings do you want? If you want a heading and then a smaller paragraph, or do you want it to look like that? So you can pick those. Different font sizes. They limit you on the amount of fonts, and the sizes are a little different. They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's only 7 font sizes. So you'd highlight whatever font you were using and then change the size pretty simply. Buttons across these are pretty similar. There are some rules there. If you want to remove the word formatting to it that you're used to, you can do that. You can save it to a disk if you want. And all these other buttons, they're similar. I would suggest that you play around with them to get to your comfort level. However, the ones that you're going to use the most are the ones that you would think you would use the most, and that's the fonts and the colors, the setting up. HTML, for those of you that are familiar with HTML code, in another video I'll show you how to embed things into your teacher web page. And for coding, it can be complicated, but for this, it's really not too complicated if you're embedding Google things like forms or anything with an embed code would work here. But we're going to stick to the design tab for today because it seems to be simple. And again, you just go into the main page, highlight what it is that you don't want. They have some defaults there, and change it up. So it's pretty simple. Images are pretty easy to add as well. On the side here, across the top, they have how many images you have on the page. Headline image is the main image that you're going to see when you log into the page. So if it was some overriding image that you really wanted everyone to see, could be a picture of you, could be your classroom, could be something. If you wanted to add clip art or slideshows, you can do that. Once you're adding new images, after you get from headline image, when you go on images on the page, you're going to choose the file. If you want to give the image a caption, any other information, maybe it's a link to a page outside of StarPoint. And the nice part about School World is they do allow you some layout options down here. You can have images show underneath your copy. You can have up to 10 images showing up to the right of the copy. So your words would be going down the left-hand side and your images would be going down the right-hand side. And you can create rows. So maybe you want one image in a row. Sometimes you want 5 images in a row. So they'll do that for you. And then you can control how small or big the images are on the page. And if you want to add more images, you would just hit 2 more or 1 more, so you can add more than 1 at a time. So I'll show you the basic idea of adding an image to the page. So I'm going to hit choose file. I'm on my Chromebox, so it's going to come right up to my drive. Yours might come up to your server page at StartPoint, and I'm going to add a picture of my office here. Okay. It got the JPEG up. I'm going to call it my office, and then I'm going to hit save, and it's going to tell me whether or not it's a picture that it can have on the page or not. The wait time is depending on the size. Okay. Now I added 2 more, so it'll be there, but you can see my number up here changed to 1. Click on that, and it's got a nice look at my page. Now, if I want to see it, go to View Site, and there's my picture to the right with my writing on the left. And that's how it would look. Now, that's the basic, I guess, look at it. And it's something that you see bigger. If you want to see the picture bigger, it'll put it up in a box for you. The headline image is a bit different. It will look different. You see there's not much to pick from. I hit choose file. Let's say I want my headline image to be, let's say we'll pick a picture of my daughter. Hit save. Again, it'll take a couple seconds in that. I'm going to hit view site. There it is. Notice the headline image's position is much different than the position of a regular image on your page. This is the thing they're going to see when they log into your site. You can see that home page. I might want to call it something different, maybe the title of my page. So let's go back and do that on the page info. Let's call my page title Mr. M's World, or site, or Mr. M's, whatever. You can name it whatever you'd like. Don't forget to save at the bottom. Now we'll view it, and you see how easy it is to really start building your site with Mr. M's World here. You got pictures. It doesn't take very long to build a site. That's one of the nice things about Schoolworld. It's very user-friendly from the interface to be able to do that. Okay. Files are things that will appear at the end in the basic page navigation. So if I want to add a file, a Word document, a video, I will hit choose file. It's going to ask me, is there any files you want to add? I'm not going to add a picture this time. Let's add something in my memos and savables just in case. I'm going to hit the assembly seating chart, put that up there, and I'll call it for assemblies. I can describe it more. This is the site matrix. So I'm going to hit save again. I can add up to 3 at a time if I want. I'm going to hit save. I'll go to my site. You can see where the related files occur. So if you have a pretty long site, this is always going to come down to the end. And you can see it's Word, and it'll tell you what kind of program you need to upload it. I suggest people to put PDFs up because they can be opened just about from any PC. And if you open a Word document, you're going to have Word and the right version of Word to be able to see it. So let's go back to links. Links are the same way. Let's say I wanted to add in how to log into the StartPoint Teacher World here. I might call it, teacher page at Schoolworld. Login. Hit save. And there it is. Down at the bottom is my list. When I go to view site, my links occur underneath my files. You can see how fast the home page is being built. And that is the basic idea of how to edit pages. Resources will be edited the same way, and it should be pretty easy. We'll look at the management piece in another video and other things, calendars and things in another video. Good luck.